side, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evident. Pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, that's wide, 80! Check it, reload! Drop the pass. Let's go up. No, 66. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ozzy!
Throwing on first down is Brady. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Brady. Oh, a ball battled in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together for numbers still left to play, they think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Go, go.
You get block me. You get block me.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll get that to DkWallz, the tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Set, 8-3. I'm
coming for you. You mine.
Clear.
No. Check that. We want Mike 52.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Now here's Pollard, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a 3rd.
Yeah, off balance, pressure coming. Probably just has to stick that one in his pocket, right?
He does. I just think that when he's in a rut like this, I think this happens to a lot of quarterbacks, they try and overcome it by making big-time throws. Throws they know they shouldn't make, but they're hoping to complete them rather than having the confidence that they actually will.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Echo.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. The completion good for that first down completion. Only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Locke. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Hey, box truck.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Locke now on 1st down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, 66. Ozzy. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, it's Brady. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Brady going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Yep. Move. Let's go. Get it.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He juked him. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, exit.
Hey!
Ready?
We got four down.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
You must be...
On the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Lock now. Already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
Lock now on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Stephon Diggs past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Stephon Diggs, 87 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they broke it up.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Don't get nervous.
Safe. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Check 37.
They'll try to run it with Mack. Elves 2 points closer. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Peterson. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Now Brady. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Hollywood Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Ed Oliver in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Weil now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He'll take this inside the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Let's go, AT Gator.
Choose the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Go, Jackrabbit. Come on. Ready?
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll...
Check 31, check 31.
Ozzy! Ozzy! Sugar, sugar! Hey, hey!
To throw is Brady. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Buzz, buzz!
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Hey, Delta!
Mike 50, Mike 50. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They do go for it. It's Brady. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
72.
Hey,
Bravo!
3 down, 3 down. Hey, Mike.
Check it, reload!
Again, it's Brady. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No, 66. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go on. No,
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Hey, check. You draw Corkins.
And it's third down.
6 guys. Check 6.
Alert. Go. Hey, 66.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
72.
Under crunch.
50.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Going deep for Diggs. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Bring it. Bring it.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 50.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Hey, Echo.
Defense.
From midfield, here's Locke. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. On first down, Locke. Buying time to his left. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Locke now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. They run the counter. Pollard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Hey, Haywood.
Everyone got 4 down.
Let's go.
Now Locke throwing on second down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Badgley able to knock this one through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. That first down completion only netted them 3. Second and 7. On second down, it's Pollard. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready? 60 yards.
Pick it up.
Ready?
First down, and it's Pollard again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
Ready?
52. Here we go.
2 times.
Locked to throw on second down. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a first and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
30 base.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Where's 52? Want to go?
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
52's the mark, boys. 52. He's scared.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquise Brown there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
At the 16-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Brady. Out to the left here to Reed. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's able to find Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
57's the mark.
Gold bandit. Alert.
Check.
Brady now on first down. It's complete to Diggs. Touchdown, Carolina. Stephon Diggs with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys are able to strike for 6. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Alpha. Get it.
Block off of play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Block going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Go next. 91. Hey, over.
Run you over.
Mike 52, Mike.
Come.
Watch the run.
No, Mike 52, Mike 52. Come to my world.
Shoot.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Calais Campbell, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Here we go.
Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Turn to
Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Go. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On the ball. Hit.
Here's Pollard again. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Seth DeValve, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
That throw by Brady incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
To throw again. Brady. His throw incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, exit.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Go Bandit.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 50. I'm here all day.
Under 10.
72. 53, Linda. Alert.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Badgley on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Saints 65, Panthers 22.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Powell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Watch 57.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
And it's 72.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
50, Mike, 50.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Mike, go.
Block now on 1st down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in and take him to like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Here we go. Here we go.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Panthers take on first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Panthers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They run the draw play with Mack. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield.
It's a turnover on down.
On the double.
452. I'm on. Double tight, guys, double tight.
And they take a knee.
Loss on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what